Perfect.
Man, you gotta whisper.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome to the newest edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. Listen, we're going to jump right in it. Y'all see it. We got 3 people on the screen. It's me. It's BOXIANA. And then we got the dark spot in the middle who act like he don't want to be seen. But we going to hear him tonight. Greg Hackett. How you doing?
How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all for having me. I really like this setup. This is real professional. I like what I'm seeing here.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Wait a minute. Did you think you were going to come over here? It's going to be the hood or something? Like, what was you expecting when you got here?
No, once I talked to which one of y'all I was talking to? All right, so once I talked to you, I checked the show out. I was just giving y'all flowers. That's all.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that, sir. We wanted to bring you on because I've been watching you for quite some time. It looks like you have been gaining quite a bit of momentum here lately. And then this past week, all hell broke loose. Listen, I want to know what happened. How did this debacle come about? You about to set it off with 2 different people. I don't really want to get into that other fool, the crackhead. I want to talk about more so you. First of all, tell the people what you got going on tomorrow before we get into the other stuff. Tell the people what you got going on tomorrow.
Well, I got my 135-pounder fighting tomorrow. Jarrod Noble. He 5-0, 4 knockouts, and be looking for 6-0. That's all.
All right, where's he fighting?
He'll be fighting at the Met in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay, he's in Philly. Okay, all right. Is there a link or anything where the people can find the fight?
I believe they said it would be on Triller and also bxngtv.com.
All right now. Okay, I see a little light. Light.
Yeah, we got a little bit of light.
Okay, all right then. Friend, what you got for Greg tonight?
Okay, so, my favorite part of the week, because, you were arguing. I ain't going to say arguing. I'm going back and forth with somebody I kind of think is kind of weird and despise. What happened with you and Auntie Bruh? How did you and the Sass Daddy end up into it the way that y'all did? I know I seen you and Little Scofield kind of like solve it out. Did you round it off with the daddy too, or are you still trying to get after Auntie Bruh?
So all it is of course I was a fighter at one time. I've been coaching for the last 12 years, and for the last 4 or 5 years I've been giving my assessment on fights, but that's just from somebody asking me what I think. So I broke down Scofield at one point, and I called him a house cat at some point. So his father took that the wrong way. He turned it around, said I called him a pussy cat, so on and so forth. He was giving his opinion on how we met or whatever that day on the show, and he said, he basically said I was hating on him. But I try to just give my, a fair, honest assessment of what I think of these fighters and the fights, things like that. And I think it just hit at home. I guess I don't know.
So, okay, explain, because I missed that. Explain to the people what a house cat is. What you mean when you say house cat?
So a fighter, all right, if you haven't heard though, they say that boxing is a poor man's sport. And the reason they say that is because the best fighters come from the worst situations. All I was saying about Scofield was it wasn't so much that I was speaking on his lifestyle, but when you a kid and you got your father guiding your career, especially being a black kid in America, you know what I mean? It's not a rare thing, but it's not likely all the time neither. So when you got your father guiding your career and he's making sure everything okay, you making sure you got all your meals and you know you got all your strength and conditioning lined up. Just every little thing is at your foot, you know what I mean? Hand and foot being waited on for you by your father. He making sure everything is good. That puts you in a category as a house cat because you have everything set up for you. You get what I'm saying? So that's
Okay.
all I was saying.
So it wasn't an insult because there are a few father son combinations in this boxing game. So he took it as an insult when really it was not. You were just giving a comparison, basically. Am I right in assuming that?
Yeah, it wasn't 100% an insult, and the reason I say that is because you could take it as an insult. You know what I mean? Because it's not what you want to hear. But I wasn't saying it as an insult. I was just saying he is some things he hasn't been through, hasn't gone through because he always had his father there to protect him.
Got it. Got it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like that's an insult because it's a few father son duos that hell we could say that about Boots. We could say that about Devin. We could say that about a few different people. We could say that about Brian Norman. So I don't understand why he took it as an insult that way. But friend, you know why he took it that way. Why do you think he took it that way?
I don't know. We need to ask Devin. Devin know why. Ask Devin. Ask Devin. I'm just saying. Listen, when I tell you that shit live in my head rent free, I wake up in the morning and I watch that shit every damn day because it fixes my soul. Ask Devin, friend. We don't know. Hell, what should we know?
Well,
I'm just saying, for real, for real. Like, what should we know? Ask Devin. Maybe Devin could tell us, friend.
well, I just thought it was very interesting that he took that stance with you. But I appreciated the way you handled it. You know, it was not like I like the way you handle a lot of stuff because, like you said, you've been giving your boxing opinion for years now, and it's starting to really catch on. You're getting way more popular. People give merit to what you say because the majority of the time you hit the nail on the head with your assessments. So
Yes.
and sometimes somebody's gonna be on the wrong end of that, but I like the way you keep it neutral and you don't take it personally. So
No.
I appreciate that. I can appreciate that. You are out of Philly, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you have a personal relationship because this week there's been big news coming out, conflicting news about a boxer out of Philly, and I'm talking about Boots Ennis and a potential opponent with Brian Norman Jr. Do you have
Yes.
any insight on that situation?
Only thing I know is what everybody else know. They supposed to be going back and forth in negotiations, as far as what I'm hearing. But I don't know anything further than that.
Okay. Okay. All
How
right.
do you feel about that fight? Do you like that fight for the both of them? Because I know
I
you
think
really. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about that. I think it's an excellent fight because they both title holders. They both still under 30 years old. They both in their prime. I feel like this is perfect. You know what I mean? Timing. Back in the day, we got fights like we would get Pernell Whitaker, Roger Mayweather. They I think Roger might have been a little older, but Pernell was still in his 20s. You know what I mean? You had Sugar Ray Leonard and Wilfredo Benitez. They were still in their 20s. They was young men.
Early
That's
20s
that's
too.
that's how you get the that's how you get the great fights. So I'm really pushing for that fight if we can make it happen.
I'm glad to hear that because I think we all are pushing forward for that same exact reason. It's been a long time since we had an actual good maybe trilogy that we all were behind, and I think these young guys would do themselves a big favor by starting to mix it up early and potentially setting themselves up for you know 2 and 3 fights down the road. Those are money making fights, especially if you put on a good show. So um, I'm with you on that. I don't think there's no marinating that needs to be done at this point. Um, I do want to get your opinion about another fight that seems to have fallen through the cracks. So now we have Shakur Stevenson, who has signed to Matchroom Boxing. And what is the infatuation with everybody wanting to call everybody a duck because we don't get to see the fights when we want to see them happen? Do you subscribe to that? Do you think everybody is ducking, or do you think it's just sometimes the business ain't business?
No, it's definitely 100% the business. It's never the fighters, because the fighters really have been programmed to fight, and they've been programmed to want to be the best. So when we talk about the fighters, they really want to fight each other. But it's the powers that be that's always being the smart guys, and it's always trying to keep the people waiting so that they can so-called generate traction to where people are really tuned into these fights. But sometimes I think they waited out too long. I think Shakur and Tank should have been happening.
Do you think Shakur signing to Matchroom is going to potentially make it harder for the fight to happen?
I don't think it's gonna be harder. I think it's just the fact that we got to be honest, right? Tank Davis has become an attraction because of the knockout power. They want to keep that streak going. They don't want anybody to step in front to make that look bad. I'm not saying that Tank don't want it. I'm saying the powers to be. They don't want to slow that momentum down that Tank has. He's definitely a superstar. Shakur is the guy that's just a wild card, because as tough as we are on him about his performances, he still is a great fighter. And when you mix the two, you're gonna get a great combination. But I just think that the powers that be, they don't wanna rush it with them two, because somebody gonna have to go.
Somebody's always going to have to go. Friend, you got anything else for Greg?
So it sounds like you all for making the young dudes fight early and then maybe coming back and testing the water again at a later date. Is that what you for? Because that's what it sounds like.
Because when you think about it, right? Mayweather has a astonishing record, a great record, right? But a lot of those guys, they was worn out by the time he beat him. Shane Mosley was worn out. Cotto was worn out. You know what I mean? It's certain guys. Now he did beat a fresh Ricky Hatton. He did beat a fresh Diego Corrales. So I can't be too tough on him. But as far as with these kids, he fought guys when he wanted to fight them, and the fizz had kind of burned out. Like with Pacquiao, when we wanted the Floyd and Pacquiao fight, we got it 7 years later, 6 years later. You know what I
Right.
mean? So the flame kind of went out. They still made the money, but it was just like I felt like it would have been a better fight.
It was disappointing for the fans. It was, can't even
Right.
lie. It was a disappointing performance. And yeah, it was about 5 years too late. Um, so with Shakur having this fight coming up next with Cordina, friend, I want to ask you and I want to ask Greg, how do y'all feel about that fight? I,
I mean, I respect all fighters, and I respect all fights, because you know what I mean. You don't know who will get you, to be honest. The thing is, Cordina, I feel like they throwing Cordina out there only because Shakur is in new territory, and they just want him to get his feet wet. They just want him to go in there and get loose, and then get in gear, and just get his gears going to the point where once they get a big fight, he'll be definitely ready.
how you feel about that fight, friend?
Well, you know me, I'm very judgmental. I'll turn up my face at something real quick. I don't like
Hmm.
it. I don't like it because to me, I feel like it's a step back for Shakur.
Hmm.
Joe then had two bad performances. You know what I'm saying? Got knocked out by somebody that we as like I ain't gonna say I don't want to call us casual, but I casual hardcore fans. We didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So like for Shakur to fight him after that, I don't like that. But like Greg said, I'm not mad that he getting back in the ring fighting, but like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just really questionable to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Cordina fight. Not only because he's not extremely well known, but because he's pulling him up from two weight classes, and the man lost in his last fight. Like if you fight a nobody in 130, that's a 135 pounder. I kind of agree with you, friend. It's a step back as far as you are at 135 pounds. You're trying to get your I'm sure he's trying to have a performance where it's a jaw dropping performance, maybe where he stops this guy or whatever. But at least do it with somebody who's been at 135 pounds. You bringing up somebody from 126.
But I mean, Joe fought
Yeah,
at 130. But here go the thing, Greg. Do he get credit for knocking Joe out if he stopped Joe? Because we've watched his performances where he wasn't really stopping people. So if he go in there and stop
yeah.
Joe, do he get credit for that?
I don't even think it's a credit fight. I think it's just something to keep him busy and just for him to get his feet wet. Dealing with Matchroom.
They ain't had nobody else.
No, I'm pretty sure they did, but it's kind of like throwing a dog a bone. You did a good job, but I want you to show you. I want to show you how we do over here. So we're gonna get you a good fight. We're gonna pay you some good money. You know what I mean? You should beat the guy. You should look good against the guy, and then just to show you how we doing business over here. I
Were
think it's
you
one of them
shocked?
things.
Were you shocked that he signed with Matchroom? Because
Now,
I was a little shocked. I thought he was gonna stay with Top Rank.
no, I wasn't shocked because once I saw that he was ready to get away from Top Rank, I saw the move that Eddie Hearn was making. He had already signed Ray Savage out of Camden, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You got Matisse out of Puerto
Mm-hmm.
Rico. I mean Matias out of Puerto Rico. You got Boots Ennis. You got the kid from DC, Jalil Hackett. You know what I mean? He like on his East Coast takeover. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Shakur just being a free agent was like perfect timing.
I thought it was a good signing. I just didn't think he was going to let his nuts hang and go sign with Eddie Hearn. I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked. I can't lie, I was completely shocked. So I give him credit for making the move because I didn't think he was gonna do it. And I'm not one of those people. Are you one of those people? And I'm asking you questions because our audience may not coincide with your audience. I kind of know the answer to this question, but
Uh-huh.
it's a lot of people on YouTube that be promotional company gang banging and whatnot. And they have this notion that if you're signed to this person, you won't be able to fight this person. And if you sign to this person, why would you sign to that promotional company if you want to fight with this person? Is that really a thing? Or if these fighters who are so-called A side fighters, if they actually want to make a fight, can they not get that shit done?
The fighters really don't have much say. They want us to believe that because that's how you keep the soap opera going. But the
Gotcha.
fighters really don't have much say. If a fighter say he want to fight somebody and the promotional company don't see where it makes money or they don't see where it makes sense right now, then it won't happen. It's just that simple.
Just that simple. Glad you said it. So all these people who are saying, well, if Tank want that Shakur fight, Tank gonna make it happen. That's not how that works.
No, it ain't that easy.
Gotcha. For you got anything else for Greg?
Yeah, I got some questions. So we were talking, and you said, like the young guys fighting. Is there any fight that you see? Because I know Boots is your guy. So is there any fight that you see for him that could turn into a trilogy?
I think Boots and Tim Zoo will be one of those type of fights. I think Boots and Jamel Charlo could be one of those type of fights. I think, yeah, probably them two. If he ever fight Bud, I think Bud could be one of those fights that could turn into a
Why
trilogy.
you brought that up? How do you feel about that? Because is the fight needs to happen. What do you feel like Bud don't want to fight Boots? Because Boots want to fight Bud. Like
The thing is, Bud knows he knows where he's placed financially in boxing. So what that means is he knows what kind of money he generates himself. But he also know if he get in the ring with Boots Ennis, that fight will be worth more than what they'll try to pay him. I think what they trying to do is let Boots build his name a little bit more, and then they'll take the fight. Like I said, fighters just know how to fight. That's their main thing. They want to fight. I mean, real fighters. But Bud Crawford understands that's just not a fight. It's more than a fight. You know what I mean? It's a lot come with Boots, not just the pretty outfits and things like that. You getting a real dog in front of you who's crafty. You know what I'm saying? Who can do some of the same things you can do. So it's more than a fight. So I think he just want to get paid the proper money before he accept a fight like that.
Do you think um, Big Turkey is going to put that amount of money in play?
Yeah, I think Turki Al-Alshikh don't have a problem going in his pocket. I think he will make that happen.
What is your stance on Turki Al-Alshikh? Because some people are on the fence about him. Some people think he's bad for boxing. Some people think he's the savior of boxing. What do you feel about Turki Al-Alshikh and his
Well,
chokehold
this
on boxing right now?
Well, I don't think he's bad for boxing because there's been guys in the past who's done way worse things than Turki Al-Sheikh. Turki Al-Sheikh is just trying to make great fights, and I agree with him. I think he's great for the sport only because he's not asking these guys to sign with him or anything like that. He's just saying, listen, hey, how about fighting this guy for this amount of money? You know what I mean? So I'm with it. I never once heard nobody say they had to sign a contract with him and nothing like that. He just wants you to fight.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
so I
my
like him.
thing. I like him too. People are so. I'm telling you, I did not realize how much how cliquish people get about boxing and how patriotism shows up in boxing all of a sudden when Turki Al-Sheikh shows up. Now it's all about, the fights need to be in America and blah blah blah, and he's trying to take over as if the previous people that have been running boxing were angels or some shit like that. Like they were the most honest Joes to start with. And I'm like, what is all this friction? What is this friction about? I
Right,
feel like he's taking the excuses away,
right,
and that has people running scared, in my opinion. He is taking the excuses away. He's taking those excuses away of, like you said, the promotional companies and the business not making sense. All that is out of that's out of the window. Now it feels like it's turning into a pissing contest. Well,
right.
if you gonna pay him, then you could pay me this. You getting the same big money you've been getting paid. Why you
Right.
bitching?
Yeah.
Why is you bitching and moaning?
I mean, that's the new thing now. Everybody, the game has been infiltrated, and it's a lot of divas running around now.
It is. It really, really is. Spring, you got anything else for Gregory?
Yeah, I do. I
Oh, she
do.
called me Gregory. Oh
Well,
man.
okay. So listen, we had a show last week, and we found out our new names was Barbara and Shirley. What they call us, Barbara and Shirley. So don't feel bad,
Shirley.
you Gregory, Shirley. So you Gregory, don't just
that's
Yeah.
that's
jump right
bad.
in.
I
You're
ain't
just
I ain't
perfectly fine.
but I ain't do nothing to y'all. Y'all ain't gotta do me like that.
Well, yes, you did. You came in here being offensive before we even started. You had already started on your crap. Like we didn't even get in good, and you was already with the jokes.
Hold up. You telling the house business. They ain't have to know that.
Nah,
See?
come on now. They don't know what I said. I said you were clowning. You finna tell on yourself.
I ain't tell
Now don't
nothing.
you?
I'm
I
chilling.
ain't tell nothing either. I said you was clowning. You deserve to get called by your government. I'm just saying.
That ain't my
Sorry.
government. My name
My
Greg.
bad. My
I'm just
bad.
saying.
Mr.
Okay, well,
Hackett. Mr. Hackett.
I do have a question though, friend, for real. Okay, so we got to get back serious because people got to think we can be serious in our interviews. Um, we've been seeing a lot of people different knockouts, different styles, different ways. We watched Jared Anderson get knocked out by Bacoli. Okay, how do you
Yeah.
feel for you to have extensive boxing?
We've got lights.
Uh, Oh, he ghetto. Listen, no, for you to have the extensive boxing knowledge that you have, with the type of punishment that Jared Anderson that he took, how do you feel about him returning back to the ring once he gets in there? Do you feel like it's going to be a test of heart, or do you think maybe he shouldn't return because Bacoli is a big old boy?
I mean, when we talk about heart first, right? When you get hit like that and you get up and you continue to fight, his heart is not in question. It's
Good
not the
question.
heart. It's the mindset and it's the skill set. He has the skills, but the mindset don't match. To go in there and go blow for blow with a man that big was foolish. But that was him trying to prove that he wasn't scared or whatever. But when you're a fighter, you don't have to prove that you're not scared. But what you do have to do is go in there and be on your best behavior. Be the best boxer you could be. I think what he has to do is just really understand who it is that he is, understand what he's able to do, and then go out there and then produce. That's all. You just got to be sharper.
Question, piggybacking off of what you said, friend. I'm sorry. With the kind of fight that Jarrod just had, with the kind of fight that my guy who just got knocked out, Lopez just got knocked out really bad, with the kind of knockout that H2O just had, with the kind of fight that Devin had, that punishment was given.
Hmm.
How long do you, because you were a fighter, how long do you think those fighters should stay out of the ring?
I would say no longer than 3 or 4 months. No longer than that.
Okay. I was
It's
having
too
a
much
discussion
time.
with somebody and we were going back and forth, and I can't lie, I was babying, in my mind frame was to baby. I be babying the fighters that look like me when they get, beat up bad. I'm like, they need to be out for the rest of the year. I don't want to see them back in the ring till next year or 6
Yeah.
months or whatever. But then a Hispanic boxer, a Mexican boxer, a Latino boxer can get beat the hell up. Like, Roma? Is it, what was that his name? Who did Boost beat up real bad? The Mexican
Oh, you talking
dude.
about Villa? Romaine
Diva,
Villa.
Villa.
Diva.
Villa got beat up real bad.
Mm.
But he come back. They don't waste it. They don't take long periods of time off. They
Yeah.
get back in the ring. And I feel
Yeah.
like we be babying folks too much a little bit. So I'm glad to hear you say 3-4 months.
Well, again, that came from the mindset of everything is perfect. If you understand life, nothing is perfect, and that's what's being pushed to the world, that things are perfect. Nothing is perfect. No
Correct.
matter where you go, no matter how much money, no matter nothing, nothing is perfect. So what happens with these guys is when they lose, they go home and they dwell on it. They dwell on it, and then they dwell on it so bad that they never the same again. The
Right.
best thing to do is to go ahead, go home, have some fun with your family, and then get right back in the gym and act like it never happened because guess what? Nobody cares after it's done.
Yes, right. That's right. That's right. Friend, what you got?
I don't want to keep him and hold him all night because I know you finna go.
Did your son win? Did your
Yeah,
son
so
win?
Yeah, his team won. Yep.
Good. Very
what
good.
he play? He football, right? What position he play?
Defensive tackle.
My son is the what do they? I don't know. They created a position for him this year. Like he a DB, but
Oh, defensive
it's in
back.
a yeah, but he in a different position this year. He got a pick today, so friend, he kind of lit.
Oh Lord.
He
Yeah, for
can't tell
sure.
him nothing. Yeah,
For
so
sure.
that's what's up. Y'all play on Friday every Friday.
I don't know. They be mixing them up. I just don't like
Okay.
how late the games are. I don't
Oh,
like
I
that.
already know.
It
I
is
already
pretty
know.
late your time. What are you, an hour ahead? Hour.
Where y'all at?
We're in
Texas.
Texas.
Oh, y'all from Texas. Oh, yeah, it's 11:11 right now.
Why you say
Oh,
that like that? Oh, y'all
Cause
from
I heard,
Texas.
cause I hear the accents, but I was thinking like
Okay.
somewhere
oh,
else.
you
I ain't
calling
think
us
Texas.
country on the sneak? You see how
No,
y'all
no, no,
country as
no.
hell.
Y'all, I ain't gotta call y'all. Y'all definitely country.
Okay. Yeah, you slid that in there. That's fine. But
No,
no, friend, I
y'all
don't.
doing a great job though. Y'all doing what y'all
Thank
supposed to do.
you.
We
Yeah.
appreciate it. We appreciate
Well,
your time.
yeah, I don't want to hold you up because I know it's. I already know what this is like. I'm a sports mom, so friend, if you ain't got nothing, I don't have nothing, and we appreciate you. Like you welcome over here whenever you at home and you want to
For
pull up
sure.
and come do this with us. Like you welcome.
Anytime.
For
Anytime.
sure.
I'm
For sure.
always watching what you got going on. Um, um, don't you take your tail nowhere on Sunday. Don't you
Who
go
me?
down
Oh,
there.
oh, you talking
Don't
about
you?
that fiend? He played too much, man.
He play way too much. Don't even play with him because he play too much. Don't.
Yeah, I'm done with him.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. We really appreciate having you again. Listen, let us know when your guys are fighting so we can put it out there. We'll post the links, all this stuff. Your channel bigger than ours. Not that you need it, but we'll do that. We want to, we want to support the up and comers because these people that we talk about daily now, they ain't gonna be here forever. So we want to get the young talent that's coming up and put some spotlight on them too. So whoever you got in your gym, whoever you think needs to, get their name out there, let us know so we can let the people know.
I got you, and I appreciate y'all.
And
Thank
before you go, because you gotta do it on the way out, because people is asking tears. You gotta do it before you go, please. I never. Every time I see you, I'm gonna ask, but please just do it
Y'all
this
not about
last
to do
time,
that.
please. We
Y'all ain't gonna do that to me.
do it. God,
That's
ask
nasty.
it. Do it. You
Oh,
gotta do it before you leave.
y'all trying to treat me like a clown.
No, we not. No. No, I had a good time. I had a great time, but that shit is funny.
I know you did.
I had a great time. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, rent free. I don't need you to say it. All I gotta do is go to my Twitter and watch it from my Twitter,
Let me
like I
hear
do
it.
every day.
Let me hear it.
that was
Ask
hilarious.
Devin. He was there. We did all the rounds. This is out of pocket. You are out of pocket. You are definitely out of
You
pocket for
did
that shit.
that way too well. I was
Yeah,
No, he out of pocket.
hollering.
No,
yeah.
he out
You
of
didn't have to
pocket.
do that shit.
That
I
was
don't
He
know how
funny.
ain't.
you rehearsed that shit the way you did, but you did it.
That was
You
great.
did it.
That was pretty
He
funny.
did that to himself.
He did. He does. He don't realize. People don't realize what they do. He just maybe he does. He don't care. He can't help it. God bless the man.
I got y'all though for sure. I'll
Thank
be back
you.
next week.
All right.
All
You
right.
Whenever.
have a great night.
All right, y'all too. Appreciate y'all.
All right. All right, y'all. Greg Hackett, y'all. Friend of the show now, you guys. Listen, I know we came in here and we got straight to the smoke. So I didn't get to say hey and hello to everybody. I didn't get to read the super chat. So I'm going to go back up and do all of that. Friend, I do need to tell you, honey, your bob is bobbing, you're glowing, you're looking real cute this evening. I see you in your jersey and whatnot.
Thank you, friend. I be still listen. I done lost some weight, y'all, so I can steal the man's clothes because I'm small enough to wear them now. I've been fishing all in that fucking closet, just pulling shit out. I've been here longer than 30 minutes. Janae said I could cuss after 30 minutes.
30? Okay. All right.
She said
Well,
30 minutes.
Well, well, thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all so much coming on in the room. Sean Terrence, Georgia Peach, Sticks, and Jeff. I know I ain't gonna get to say everybody's name, but these are the folks who came in early and on time and whatnot. Gun Told Democrat. I see you, Erico, and I saw you in our comments in our community page talking about making sure my internet was okay. I told y'all I was gonna be in my regular situation. Don't do me. Okay. Ramsey's X, I see you. Hey, Naki, I make them freeze. Happy Valley, Ambrose West, D21519. Ramsey's X, hey, Texas 16, South and G McCall. With the super chat, he says, Floyd, the prison beautician, Scofield Jr., told Greg Hackett, it's on site. It's on site. LOL, he a clown. And ooh, Barcoli versus Zhang in Africa or China. Norman Jr. in Boots. Let's get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we got some stuff to discuss. Sticks and Jabs. Davaris, I see you. Hey, Bullet Gibson, what's going down? Mo 2013. Gorgeous Bear Q Productions. I see you. Hey, Georgia Peach. Janae. Hey, girl. Hey. Writing Yogi. Opulent LDTV. Our guy. BFTB Sports. Hey, honey. He says the queen stay cooking. You know, we be trying to flambe up a little something and whatnot. Who else do we have? Hey, Just K. I see you slide through here. I ain't seen you in a minute. Bionic Prince. Who else do we have? CW. Joseph Townsend. I see you. Shawala Ya. Hey, girl. Hey. Shakila, thank you so much for the cash app, Shakila. I got that. Thank you. Kenton Davis, DJ K-Tel, he says, happy Friday, Greg and the Queens. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping through, and thank you for the super chat. We really appreciate the support. 619 Cali Factor, I see you up in here. A condo, T, Sleazy J. Sleazy T, I'm sorry. All y'all, how y'all doing? How's your week been going? Friend, how was your work week?
It was long, friend. It was very long. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm going outside tomorrow night. Life is great, friend. What about you? How are you?
I'm doing well. It was a rough week, but I'm good. You know, uh, y'all put your mask on. It's something going around. Y'all know I was sick as a dog a couple of weeks ago, but it feels like it's been lingering. Whatever it is not completely gone. It's
Speaking of things going around as well, I
yeah.
would like for you guys to know that Ebola and monkeypox are also going around again.
Come again?
Monkeypox,
Come come.
monkeypox and Ebola is going around again, just in case that you guys didn't know. So, yeah.
Oh wow. Is hey phenomenal Mexican, not election Rona. Shut up. Please don't you start. Don't you start with up JP City.
He
Don't
is
you start there.
upsetting.
Anyway, yeah, y'all wash your hands, put your mask on. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. That's what Caldwell be saying. Wear your mask. Yeah. Cause the heebie jeebies and the cooties is back running the streets this summer. But I just, let's rewind a little bit because I wanted to get those questions in for Greg, but I want to talk to you specifically about some stuff, friend. Because you was going ham a little bit, you was going a little bit hard on Shakur and his decision to fight Cordina. But it looks like they have a plan. Okay, so he's gonna get his feet wet over at Matchroom with Cordina. Hopefully, he has a outstanding performance that makes us say, "Wow!" Hopefully, a stoppage, maybe a knockout, whatever, something nice that we can all go ooh 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 about. And then he's supposed to fight Zapata. Now, I was always a fan of that fight, so I don't mind that fight. And then they're saying, hopefully, if he's successful with those two fights, then in 2025, he and Tank will see each other. I want to be mad at it, but I'm not really, because I personally never thought the man was leaving Top Rank. What did you think?
I'm not mad.
You not mad about it?
Do what's best for you, but fighting Joe wasn't in my bingo cards. I'm sorry.
I agree. I agree with that. So now who's Tank gonna fight?
Loma. Loma got
Oh no! Y'all said I was crazy.
Loma in
Y'all
November.
Y'all said I was crazy for still holding out hope for Loma. Y'all said Loma was a duck when I was telling y'all I think it's a negotiation tactic. So now you think he's gonna fight Loma again? Canelo Dudley says he thinks he's gonna fight Rayo. I don't think he's fighting Rayo. I think people wants his rematch, and I think Tank is fighting Loma, and I think that fight ain't gonna go the way a lot of y'all think that fight gonna go. Tank and Loma if they fight in November.
Loma getting stopped. I'm coming in here with that T-shirt on that I made where Black was. I'm coming in here with that T-shirt on. Loma getting stopped.
I ain't
Loma
saying
is
Loma
getting.
gonna win, but I can see.
Loma is getting stopped. Nobody at 135 can beat that man right now. The only person that got a chance of beating him at 135 is Abdullah Mason, and he still needs some time and some experience. I'm not going to necessarily say he needs time. He needs a little bit more experience. Nobody can beat him at 135 right now. He's getting stopped.
You remember how adamant you were about You remember you said I vividly remember you saying them exact same words not too long ago.
Bud and Majamov is not the same. Loma is going to sleep. He's going to take that same name. You know what? I so hate to say this because, Leo is our friend. That same smiling nap that Leo took.
I don't believe so.
Sleep. He's going to bed. Night night. You ready to go night night? Muffin cap back blue. All that. He getting all that. All that, friend. Loma getting stopped.
What if he don't?
Loma getting stopped.
Okay.
You cannot fight. Listen, the only person that is going to possibly get away from Tank, and when I say possibly get away from Tank, is Shakur because he know how to run real good. Loma, on the other hand, is going to try to get some licks off on Tank. It's gonna get him caught just because of Tank's hand speed and those punches that he let go that those boxers can't see. Shakur is the only one that got an opportunity to run. Just him. Just him.
Okay.
Just him. I'm sorry.
I hope that fight gets made. I really, really hope that's the fight that gets made. I still believe I never was one that called Loma a duck because he said he wanted to spend time with his family. I didn't call. I didn't. I just did not subscribe to that. Y'all, I can't. I don't think everything is a duck because the fights that we want don't get made when we want them to get made. So I didn't. I didn't do that, and I always felt like I think Loma wanted more than what they were offering him. And so that was his way to keep the negotiations going. And I think Tank is in a space right now where he can't afford to go backwards and fight a nobody at this point because he's told us, he's only going to be in the sport for long. And he has a specific list of people that he wants to fight. So it doesn't make sense for him to not fight somebody that we want to see him fight. So I'm hoping that fight comes through. It looks like the PBC has secured a date for November. Um, so hopefully, it's Tank and Lomachenko. Have you heard the rumors about Al Heyman coming back into the fold of PBC and us potentially getting a schedule for the remainder of the year?
I heard.
What are your thoughts about that, friend?
Wonderful. Wonderful. At least I don't have to sit through no long ass commercials or concerts and none of that shit with PBC shows. I know what I'm gonna get at PBC shows. Top Rank be having these 45-minute intermissions where the room is just dark. PBC gonna give me some shit all the way through. So shout out to the guy Al Heyman. Whatever. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I hope those rumors are true. I hope he's in great health. I hope whatever it was that took him away for that time, all of those things have been sorted out and all is well, and order is restored. Okay, back at the PBC, and ducks are being aligned and whatnot. Um, what else happened this week, friend? What else happened in the world of boxing?
You know what, friend? I think the world took a break from boxing. Floyd Mayweather's little listen. I don't know what Floyd got going on. There's a very weird undertone for me that I don't like about this fight. I can't put my finger on it, friend, but mm,
What is it?
I just don't like the feel of it. Like,
What does it
and
feel like?
I don't know, it's not good.
You know what? You're not used to seeing Floyd Mayweather be a part of such a minuscule event. The event looks lower tier. It doesn't look top notch. It doesn't look top tier. That's what it is for me. It looks like a dunk. I don't want to say Dunking production. Lord Jesus.
It looks dirty.
It looks dirty. It looks like What did you say? It looks like it's in the conference room, the baby shower
Not,
room.
it looks not very demure, very ghetto. I couldn't wait to get on here and say that shit. I couldn't wait to get on here and say it. It's not very much ghetto.
No, it's very demure. It's super modest. It's very low key. The production was real shy. It wasn't flamboyant like we're used to seeing from Floyd Mayweather. I think that's what's got you feeling uneasy. You ain't used to seeing,
Maybe it
yeah.
was given poverty, but there's some real beef there. And then
Is
Floyd
there?
all week. You know what? Hey, I've been seeing people say all week that the mob is the reason that Floyd is having to make this fight again. However, whatever the case is, Floyd was posting money in bricks today. Okay, well, I mean, like big, huge stacks of bricks of money. Like he bought this lavish, extravagant vehicle. Like,
I did like the Tiffany truck. I ain't gonna lie. I saw
listen,
the Tiffany truck.
okay, listen, I
did
loved
see
it.
the Tiffany truck.
Floyd, listen, Floyd,
It was cute.
our, I know you might kind of be mad at us still, but you know what I'm saying? We need some money, Floyd. Like, you got 100 million to give to me and not miss any money. No, you know what? I ain't gonna be greedy. You can give me 5 million and might not miss no million. I'm gonna put it all into this channel, not all 5 million, but I'm gonna put a lot of it into this channel. So you're gonna see your money work. But like, that's crazy. That don't they audit people for that? There's something like that where you just start carrying around a bunch of cash. I thought you couldn't do that shit.
He always does that though.
That's illegal.
He's always no, it's not, friend. He's always done that. He's gonna always have his cash in his backpacks and whatnot. That's what.
Okay. So wait a minute. So the money in the back of Uncle Joe TV, that's a real thing, right? You could just stack the cash up into. Oh, it's not Uncle Joe. It's Uncle Pete.
Uncle Pete.
Uncle Pete. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. It's weird. We don't have any real sanctioned fights going on this weekend. So all that's going on really, I think the PFL is on tonight on ESPN. But as far as boxing, all we have is this Floyd exhibition with Gotti the third. And the last time they got in the ring, there was such a big kerfuffle. It was such a mess.
It's gonna be that same type of ghetto cocaine filled event.
Yeah, I feel like it's the mob versus the hood, and it's just a mess, and I don't like nothing about it. And I want Floyd to really just be a granddaddy. That's really what I want him to be. I want him to be a granddaddy to that grandchild of his, who is super talented at 3.
Hey, listen. I'm telling y'all right now, it's gonna be KJ versus Mason in a 12-round bout, and it's gonna come to that's gonna be the trilogy that we want to see. Because I'm telling y'all, KJ and Mason are equal parts, friend, and I'm gonna be the promoter.
Listen, Hitler and KJ will put on a tremendous show right now today.
Right now,
I feel like right now today.
I got a baby for you, KJ. For real. And he got hands.
Yeah.
So like, but it's crazy to see that little boy, like, he got a lot of talent.
It's so natural. It's
somebody gonna have to knock him out. I mean, by the time he turned 5, he's gonna have to get knocked out devastatingly, or that's it for y'all.
Oozes out of him. It just freely flows. He got hands. That baby got hands. He got hands, and then he has the attitude to go with it. Now, if they're gonna be parents, I need them to do a little attitudinal adjusting, probably when he get along the way. So he gonna need some attitudinal adjusting.
What though? But like, if Floyd keep him in boxing, keep him occupied, he gonna be all right. He just gonna need something to keep his attention because that was his daddy problem. He had a real extensive case of ADHD. Now I'm telling you, my nephew be no, listen. Mason Day KJ, David Benavidez son, and Canelo little baby. They all gonna pave the way of the future of boxing. I know there's some thrown in there, like the little. You know what I'm gonna start watching, friend?
Okay.
Like the Golden Gloves, like the look,
Oh
the
yeah. The small
yeah.
kids.
I'm gonna start watching the small kids because
Yeah.
I need to see what my competition look like.
Yeah. Oh, Phenomenal Mexican said, "Nah, Benavidez son versus Canelo son. Maybe that'll be the match we get because they daddies
Maybe
ain't getting in there together.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
maybe that'll
don't
be the
know.
one we get. It was something else I want to talk to you about. Okay, so
Yes, you did.
listen.
Wait, no.
Go
What?
ahead.
Okay, you go and then
No,
I'll
you
go.
go.
No,
You
no,
go.
no. Because I just came up with the last. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna change the subject. So if it's got to do with what we was talking about, go
It
ahead.
don't. It's probably something else. Go ahead.
I wanted to know what's going on or how you feel about this whole. Um, it seems like some miscommunication is going on between the Boots Ennis camp and the Brian Norman camp. Something is being lost in translation. Either something being lost in translation, somebody ain't telling all the details to their people. Something is going on. It looks like everybody wants the smoke, but at the same time, they don't. What the hell is going on, friend? Can
I
you
don't
please?
know. But Brian got his ass and stood right the fuck on business. Y'all a goddamn lie. Y'all didn't send me a goddamn thing. And my manager said y'all did it. We sent it back, but we ain't heard from y'all. So what's really tea?
Yeah, something in the soup ain't soup in Claymore. Now, this is the thing I will say. I know that Brian Norman Jr. is with the shits. I feel like he with the shits and he wants to smoke. However, he's with Top Rank and he just got that belt. I don't know if they are really, if Top Rank, not him, Top Rank is in a rush to put him in a unification with Boots right now, and vice versa. So, like, is this them building the fight for something later on, knowing damn well they not finna do it next? Is that what this is? Or is somebody for real telling a little fib or something?
I'm starting to get on to the why are we waiting train. There's
I've been
nothing
on
for us
that
to
train.
wait on at
I've
this
been on that
point.
train.
Let's get active. Let's get active. What are we waiting on? This is stupid. We all look crazy as hell. And with that being said, no, none of us need to look crazy. Let's get active. Brian said, let's give me the business. Boots, we're assuming you said let's get the business. Let's do this shit. We don't need to wait no more. A lot of these fights that we have allowed to wait and build and build and build, like we have to stop that. And while y'all here, there's like about 400 people in here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this shit with your friends. Cause I see y'all in here. I can't see what's what, but I see y'all. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But let's get the smoke. Let's
Let's
get active.
get the smoke. Let's get the smoke. What these likes looking like. We got 113 likes. Really, y'all? Yeah, that's how y'all
That's being
looking?
very ghetto. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button, cause I mean, y'all fingers ain't that busy, but do that for your girls, cause I know y'all in here having a good country time. We having a good country time.
I
What?
can't believe y'all ain't got but 114 likes up in here. It's like 300 people. Y'all hit the like
You
button.
know, it's a whole lot of haters, friend. Some people don't want to like it. They want to sit and hate from a distance, and that's cool. That's
I
neither
mean,
here nor there. But while we thinking and we talking about it and let them hate from a distance, we have to discuss Jarrod Hurd and Banana.
listen, that was a really good fight on Wednesday, friend. I was very, very anxious to see how those two gentlemen were going to look because I was shocked when they announced the fight. I thought both of them had retired. I was shocked. Listen, when Banana came in that ring with them braids looking like they was looking before the fight, I said, oh shit. He ain't got nothing to lose. He about to lay it all on the line. Um, and he did pretty much. Early in the fight, Jarrod Hurd was looking great. Big, Jarrod big. I don't know how he was ever down there 54. He looked big to me. Anyway, Jarrod was looking good. And then it's like he got tired or something. I'm not sure. Um, but Banana he hung on in there. I was shocked that Jarrod Hurd didn't go to his body. Everybody named Mama knows that Rosario is a little tender to the guts. I wasn't mad at the draw. How did you feel about it?
I wasn't mad at the draw, but I think everybody is in agreement with the whole going to the body thing. I was like, Jarrod, now I know you didn't watch some damn tape and seen that this boy done got stopped to the body twice, 2 times. What's going on? Are you okay? Are you well? Apparently not. Because he got out there and like, I want to say it was maybe friend round 3-ish, almost round 4. He was tired. He was tired. He's like, shit. And then around round 6 or 7, maybe around 6, Banana, he got tired. And he didn't get tired a little bit. The gas was just gone. He was like, fuck this. I'm just going to throw what I can. Be receptive. And then Jarrod had the nerve to tear his face up with his hair.
Listen, girl was mad. Talking about dog. I said, now, sir.
Now I know you lying. I know damn well. What did you think? Sir, give it up.
Let it go. Turn it loose.
Turn it loose. Baby, when he fell through them ropes, it took everything in me. I was like, well, sir, what's going on? Are you okay?
I was trying to figure out why the commentary desk was lying to the people, talking about the winner of this fight is looking to get another title shot. The hell they are.
Against who?
In what division? Because they was fighting at 64. They were fighting at 64. So they going back down to 60 or they going up to 68. What a title shot against who? Canelo at 68? That sounds about right.
You're gonna go in there and get knocked out. Either one of y'all can't fuck with nobody in the top 5. Let's be for real. Y'all get hurt. Poor Jarrod. I wish he just would have started windmilling. I would have felt better if and Banana did better than Jarrod to me. And
he finished the fight better than he did.
He did, friend, but like he started the fucking fight so damn well. Like the fresh that he was, I wasn't expecting him to look like that at all. Especially since like we said, Cena gets stopped twice to the body. But he looked great. But they both are cooked. Oh, they both are just done, friend.
They are not elite, top-notch fighters.
No. But and then
I'll say this though, it was an entertaining ProBox fight though.
I love ProBox. Listen, when I tell you I'll be in there on Wednesdays, shout out to ProBox because not only are you giving me good, entertaining fights, they fucking free. They're free. And like, I'm not tripping. Hold on, because now that we're talking about ProBox, I gotta tell y'all about if y'all didn't see Wednesday's card, y'all really should like take a moment if you ain't watching nothing.
Go back.
Go back. I can't pronounce this guy's name, but a valet and I'll spell it for y'all. It's Piedrahita. Okay? All I can tell you is that shit was a war. When I tell you they was in there throwing them bitches, ProBox is doing what needs to be done. Okay? A lot of these people can take some notes.
Mm.
We got that Lamont Roach card on ProBox. You know
Sure
what I'm
did,
saying?
and that was a championship fight.
That was a championship fight. Give me the stuff that I want to see. And not only give it to me, give it to me for free. Friend, like on there, just on YouTube, they be having 7,000, 8,000 people in there watching the fight.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
y'all
I
not seeing a trend here?
I love it, and they're continuing to get better competition and better fights on that show. So, I'm all for it. You know, I'm not complaining about nothing free. I'm not complaining about a damn thing free. So, and like you said, it's some good undercards on there too. It's some good fights on them cards. Them people be in there scrapping, you know. So
And they're introducing a little heavyweight issue in there too. They have some heavyweights in there too.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's what I like about them. They not. It's not top tier competition. Either you gonna get fighters that are I don't want to say top tier because Lamont Roach is top tier. But you gonna get fighters who were once at top notch, top tier level, or you're going to get fighters who are young up and comers and they working some shit out before they get to the big dogs. So it's good competition, is what I'm saying, and it's good and it's free. Okay. And if you love boxing, then you should enjoy it. And you might find somebody down there that you like, that you see the potential in them and you become a fan. I like that kind of shit because, the stars will tell you they're not fighting for you no more. I ain't fighting for my fans. He needs a PR person so bad, Jesus. Ooh, Eddie, I hope you give him a PR person since you got him over there. Because that baby say the darndest things. He tweets out the darndest shit. Like, don't say that. Even if you feel like that in your heart, don't tweet that out in his scene.
Well, he taking a page out of his brother Budrick's book. Bud said he don't like his goddamn fans. What are we expecting from him? That's the little brother, right? All right. So I don't know what do you want from him, friend?
I want him to grow. I want him to grow and mature and just be better. Just be better. I like to look at old footage of stuff, especially old athletes and stuff. I like to look at them in the beginning of their careers and the end of their careers, like legends in the game. And you can see the growth in them as they get better, as they win more championships, just as the years go by. I want him to grow up. I know he's still a young man and shit, but I just don't see that. Go ahead, friend.
You know what my mama told me yesterday, to be exact? Mom was like, you know what? You need to grow up. And you know what I told my mama? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
I hate you.
She wanted to kick me all in my teeth. I'm never gonna grow up. I don't believe in that, friend. I don't believe in growing up.
You are the adults. You got kids.
Unfortunately, we are the adults in the room, and that's not a good idea. I was never supposed to be the adult in the room. No, friend. I wasn't supposed to be the adult in the room.
No, but your little fast ass wanted to be an adult when you was a teenager. You wanted to be grown. Now your ass is grown and you don't want to be an adult. Make up your mind.
I mean, I just wanted to go to the club. That's it. I didn't want to grow up. I wanted to go to the club, and that's it. And when I got out of my club life, I was done wanting to be grown. I wanted to go back to my mama's house and be a child. I just wanted to go to Metropolis, friend. Well, all my friends is going to Metropolis. I wanted to go too.
Don't say that out loud no more.
I'm just saying, friend. I wanted to go there. That's the only reason I wanted to be grown. I wanted to go there and Chacho's. Okay, well, that's the only reason
Now,
I want to be
Chacho's
grown.
still be popping. I'm just saying the food at Chacho's is
Listen,
still busting. But, ma'am, Metropolis.
okay, I'm Metropolis, baby. Metropolis every Thursday. It was ladies' night. We was there. I just wanted to be grown to go to the club. And when my club days was over, I wanted to go be a kid. They said go to work. Work? I dare not. Stilettos. In the
Metropolis, though,
club.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You younger than me, so Metropolis. Oh, my God. Metropolis? Y'all. Y'all.
Me and my friend got rest her soul. My friend Maisha. She was the only one with a car for him at that time. Before I got my car, we'd pile up in her rodeo. It was like 7 of us on, on the way to Metropolis, all the way from Hitchcock, friend. And you know, Hitchcock way down there by Galveston. We was doing that every Thursday. Every Thursday, we didn't miss not a one. We was regulars in that bitch. It got to the point where they seen us in the line and we was cutting. Oh, friend, a time was had. I didn't want to be grown, so I don't agree with you telling Shakur to grow up. You be a kid as long as you want to be a kid.
He
That's
got
all.
a kid. He can't
Okay,
afford to
I
be
got a
the
kid
kid.
too.
Okay,
Shit.
well, who gonna be the parent?
Okay, who? Which one of us is it then? Because some days I don't feel like being a parent, and he got to. So we be sitting there looking at each other like, "Well, what you want to do? Well, what you want to do?" And then he go do something that I don't think is cool, and then I have to be a parent. So it just it depends on who want to do what first.
Tevin
Trick,
Smith says,
tricking him telling the business.
I can't even read it. Tevin Smith says, I think JoJo and Walters is going to be pretty good. JoJo looks like Rehab got his head back in the game. JoJo did look decent at the desk. He did. He did. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Who you got?
karma, baby, believe me. I listen. You know what? They need to write
Trick Show is talking about Jamaica. Boy, no.
they're gonna have to write a book about Metropolis one day, friend.
Do you know that Metropolis is still there?
Girl, you lying.
That's why I'm saying to you, friend, Metropolis has withstood the test of time. Do you know how many places in Houston have come and gone? Metropolis is still. I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to you tomorrow.
God don't send it to me.
Metropolis is still there. Hey, James Benitez, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Say what's up, Queens. What's up, James Benitez? Oh Lord Jesus.
I'm late. My brain is still in Metropolis, baby. You took me back. I can't keep my damn light on. I'm having a flashback.
I was just about to say, what you got going on over there?
No, I don't know. It's just cutting off on its own. See, I'm turning it on.
I want Shakur to get a PR person because
Very bad.
the stuff that he shot that he sends out on Twitter, it's just like, dog, what do you want? What do you want for your career? Because the things that you say you want, you get into the bag and what exactly do you want for yourself? Do you want to be the villain? Do you want to be what do you want? I don't know what it is he wants for himself. I don't. Ugh. Oh, Lord, Trick Notes say he in Pasadena. He born and raised in Conroe. Oh, Lord Jesus. You out there in Conroe and Willis, my people out there. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, he international. I'm like, sir, sit down. It's so off-putting. Like, it's so off-putting. And then you talk like you talk, and the performances that you have are not those kind of performances, honey. You just, I wish him well at Matchroom, though. Do you think, question for you and the chat, because I heard somebody say this, and I think it makes a whole lot of sense. I think we'll get Devin and Shakur before we get Tank and Shakur or Tank and Devin. I don't think we probably are ever gonna get those fights. Do you think we ever gonna get Tank versus Shakur?
I don't like how y'all making it seem like Tank don't want to fight nobody because Tank ain't. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I don't know. Do they want to fight Tank?
I know Devin wanted to fight Tank.
Okay.
Yep. At 135. Yep. For the longest time.
Okay. And you know how I felt about that fight, but you was always like,
No,
we need to see it.
I know exactly how you felt about it, but guess what?
What, friend? What?
He grew the hell out of 135. And I feel like that's what he's going. He knows Shakur gonna grow out of 135 too. And I ain't no Shakur fan. But if Shakur grows out of 135 and goes to 140, who Tank gonna fight at 135?
It don't matter who he fighting at 135.
Why?
Because he beat him all.
No, he didn't. He didn't even fight him all.
He beat him at 135, didn't he fight him?
If I'm saying who's he going to fight? If Shakur right now today leaves 135, who do we want to see Tank Davis fight?
Loma.
Okay,
Yeah,
and he got 5-6 more fights. Who do we want to see him fight? Or is he gonna move up to 140?
Abdullah Mason. There's plenty of fights for him at 135.
Okay, Abdullah Mason. Who else?
Let me go look at 135 right now.
Yeah, go look at 135 for me. Because this is my question. Is Tank gonna stay at 135 or is he gonna move up to 140 with these 6 fights that he got looming? And I'm gonna read these super chats. James Benitez came back. He says, how did the prank end when they fake told Frank's Beamer? Spray painted too. I want to see how that prank ends. How did that end?
You can find it on Twitter. Go just scroll down Twitter. I posted it the other day.
The ending of it? Well, I did see the end of it. They didn't.
They just took pictures. They didn't.
Yeah, they just took a picture together and dapped each other up. Hopefully, that spray paint, I'm gonna say, just wipe right off.
Yeah, they washed it before they left.
Okay. J Pitt City says salute to the queens. I hear BOXIANA on that, and that's why I have no kids. I have to be the only one. Jay, I'm with you.
Okay. So look, here we go. Okay. If Shakur leaves, we got Loma, we got Zepeda, Andy Cruz. He already fought Frank. Keyshawn Davis, Raymond Mortalia. Of course, I don't know about that fight. Maxie Hughes.
What fight? What fight did you say?
Maxie Hughes. Baranchik. Navarrete.
Navarrete going back down.
Okay. Artem is ranked number 13. Oh, Auntie Bro's son is ranked number 14.
He been George.
Edwin De Los Santos, I don't mind that. Rayo, I don't mind that.
Rayo is at 140.
Okay, but they got him in the 135-pound ranking still.
Okay.
That look like because Jackson Marinez, Javier Fortuna. That can't be correct. Let me look.
Zepeda's supposed to be fighting Shakur after this next fight Shakur has with Cordina, y'all. That's what.
Okay, that's right. Cambosis is still in the mix. Oh, Gustavo Lemos. But that's who I want to see Frank fight next.
Okay. He's at 135. Frank going to 140.
Yeah, Abdullah.
I'm gonna read this super chat, friend. 619 Kelly Factor, thank you so much. He says, hi, Queens. I want to see Canelo versus Steven Nelson next. After Canelo beats Berlanga, since Canelo is still terrified of Benavidez, what do y'all think? That's funny, 619 Kelly Factor, that you say that because Steven Nelson is Bud's homeboy. So if he fight Bud homeboy and don't fight Bud, do you know what kind of, and I don't call folks ducks.
Let him fight Auntie Bruh's son. Auntie Bruh's son is number.
Can you please?
Auntie Bruh's son is number 2 in the WBA. Let him fight Auntie Bruv's son.
Okay. Top French 600, thank you. He says Tank felt that way until the infamous video leak. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, give it. Let him fight Auntie Bruv's baby.
Tevin Smith came back and he says Tank waiting on anyway. You know what? I've always been. I said that in the back of my mind.
Anyway, not moving up. Anyway, is not anyway gonna stay where he at or go back down.
In the back of my mind, what they really want to do is them meet at 130. I think they're gonna try to pull anyway up to 130 and make Tank squeeze back down to 130 and make that fight.
Speaking of anyway, well, what you think about Stephen Fulton and how he been?
Stephen been on some different kind of time here lately. Okay, I watched the conference, the press conference. I saw him tweeting when the fight got rescheduled. He was not happy with any of it. He did not seem to be happy about any of it. He's not headlining. He's not the co-main event. It's been over a year since he's last fought. So I feel like he's a little anxious about it all. I think he's just ready to get back in the ring. I don't think he got a lot of words for nobody. I think he on some I don't know. He ain't on no friendly shit. I know that. He looked like he got questions and he's not happy about this whole situation. That's what I gather. Let me read this super chat and then I want to know how you feel about it because James Benitez came back. James, thank you so much this evening. He said Lemos versus Keyshawn is already said. I saw that. He says, I like Steven Nelson, but no one wants to see that. Bud needs to fight Benavidez. Team Benavidez says they can stop Bud in 3 rounds, and I believe him. I believe him. Friend, what you think about Stephen Cool Boy? Steph Cool Boy?
You know, friend, I honestly don't know what to think. Honestly, truly.
He got up at the press.
Yeah, baby, he got up there and cut up. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. You on that type of time. Say less, my brother. Let us stay out your way, big dog. Let us stay out your way. But yeah, friend. I was very much surprised to see him act like that because normally he nice and sweet. Not this time.
Not this time. He got a point to prove, though. He came off of a devastating loss. He got a point to prove. People was talking bad about him. So you know, he on some different type of time right now, which I completely understand. Did you hear? I'm gonna go back to that ProBox card because they actually had Lubin sitting ringside with them. Did you hear him let the cat out of the bag?
No, what else for man say?
Lubin's. He's recovering from a hand injury, but he's stating that he's fighting Tim Tszyu next, if I'm not mistaken. I can't stand you. Cannot stand.
Sophia home now. Sophia home. Hold on, let me get my ass back here because I'm really crying. Let me wipe my fucking eyes. Let me wipe my fucking eyes. Sophia home now. Listen, because what the fuck is you? Hold on, because I'm crying for real, friend. I gotta get my shit together.
Yeah, okay, because something is wrong with her. Something is wrong with her.
All right, so hold on. Okay, so I'm back. Now I want you to say that again while I'm on here, okay? Say it.
Lubin said.
I'm sorry.
His hand is getting healed. His hand was injured, and he's recovering from a hand injury, and that he's supposed to be fighting Tim Zoo.
I can't even form no words in my spirit. If he thought Sebastian Fundora fucked him up, what what do you think Tim Zoo gonna do to you? Friend.
Lubin can fight. He looked good in all his fights after.
He gonna have to go in there and put his head down and get to work. He's gonna have to go in there and put his head down, friend, because he can't take no more punishment to the face like that, friend. I'm sorry, he just can't. He cannot.
I'm gonna read the super chat because
They gonna be feeding him like Manny Pacquiao was on that spoon.
James Benitez, you have been so kind this evening. Thank you so much. He says, what are your thoughts on Boots lying on Brian Norman? Something about them Philly folks. Do you think Boots is good as they claim? Or will Norman get the upset? Now listen, James Benitez, cause you ain't heard this from me. But it's a lot of people that have been calling for Boots to move up to 154. I ain't in that number. I feel like there is work down at 147 for Boots. And I feel like him and Brian Norman Jr. is an excellent fight. And if Boots is who they say he is, that's the perfect fight for him to be tested and for him to show it. Now, I don't want him to rush up to 154 because it's a whole lot of smoke at 154. And contrary to popular belief, we got to talk about the eye test. Boots ain't been tested yet. Brian Norman has. So I want to see them dogs clash. And I don't know. I can't call it. I would say I would give Boots the edge, but that's like a 55-45 fight to me. It's a close fight. Brian Norman can very easily get the upset in that fight. I did not pick him to be Santillion. I did not. Depends on what kind of fight Boots fights. Now, one thing I do feel like, Boots is a smarter fighter. I feel like he learned from that Karen fight, and I do not want to see that again. But Brian Norman is not like a mover like that. He like to fight. He like to bang. And Boots will bang with you. So that makes for a really good fight, in my opinion. That's the fight I'm pushing for. It's work for this man at 147. I'm not one of them people that's pushing for him to go to 54 and get in the mix. It's too much going on at 54 as it is. He not finna go up there and just take over 54. Let them kind of iron that shit out. We don't know when Jermell Charlo's coming back. He's supposed to be coming back. I want to see what he does when he get back at 54. We still are up in the air about Errol Spence. Is he going to 54? He going to retire? What's going on with him? It's a lot of questions at 54, and I feel like y'all just want to throw Boots up in there without him really taking the level steps to get there. So I'm pushing for the Boots in the Brian Norman fight. That's what I want to see at 47.
I like that fight. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see it. It ain't because he is. Norman is strong. He is surprising. Listen, I just think it's a good clash. I think it's a very good styles matchup. I think it's going to be an entertaining fight. I love to see it. What else was
Speaking of Stanionis, did you see baby Stan said, bitch, not on my top. You're not gonna play on mine. Clock that T.
Tell the people.
So throughout the Brian Norman and Boots situation, Eddie Hearn said that they offered Stanionis that fight and he turned it down. Stanionis was like, not on my top. No, let's clock that T. I ain't never been offered neither one of these fights. Now let's get to that. I was like, Stand, talk your talk. Stand.
That's my thing. It's a lot of, oh, I sent this offer. Oh, we wanted that fight. People be saying that. I feel like some folks be having a little line problem though. I feel like folks just be little fibbing, putting little extras on stuff sometimes, just talking to be talking and whatnot. Because like that could have really happened at the time. Like what? Stan say don't do me.
Not too much.
Stan been waiting on shit. He was waiting forever on Virgil. So Stan say don't do.
No, Stan
That's
is very
another
much
fight
standing
at
on
47.
business.
That's another fight at 47. I want to see all of them. Y'all always quick to talk about, oh, ain't nobody at 47 for them. Y'all be trying to shit on folks. Don't be shitting and counting out Mario Barrios. Don't be. Y'all like to act like people don't get better and can't improve if they have a loss, or even if they don't have devastating wins. People learn. Those are young fighters. They learn it with every fight. Just saying, stop doing that. What was you finna say, friend? I'm sorry, I had cut you off.
No, it's fine. I can't remember what I was supposed to say, so it's fine.
I'm sorry. Listen, I tell you what. I tell you who can keep talking. James Benitez. He keep talking if he want to. James say Alicia Baum going to next fight is on Tubi/Roku TV. Do you feel her trying a new free platform will help women's boxing? Great question, James. Great question.
Benitez, Turki Al-Alshikh is inviting the girls over. That's all I can say. Scott Nicholson is on that damn card that he's fixing to put on this next Rider season card. Scott Nicholson is finna fight in Saudi. That's where I want the girls to go. Get them paid. They deserve to get paid. They deserve their money. Did you see Diana Tejada on Twitter? On Instagram.
Not
No, Janae said she looked like Janet Jackson. Oh, why did I get married?
Y'all don't do her like that. Y'all stop it. Don't do her like that. Y'all.
She had on that shag wig, baby. I say you better rock that shit. Put that shit on, big girl. What you gonna do? Go. Go. Friend, I didn't like nothing about it. And I want to know, where are the friends? Because you know what? I that was then. We didn't know each other that well for you to have been telling me, friend, I didn't like your hair. Because now you would tell me, friend, friend, and I would immediately know what you meant. It was I knew. Where's the friends to say?
They all have the same style, so they're not gonna. They all have the same style, friend. So they're not gonna say maybe not that one. She has a style all her own. I'll say that.
Yes, it's very much I got the bike holiday.
Listen, I'm gonna answer his question because he asked a very specific question. Oh, Jesus, be offense. He says Alicia Baumgartner's next fight is on Tubi/Roku TV. Do you feel her trying a new free platform will help women's boxing? Well, this is what I do know. A lot of people that look like me and you watch Tubi TV. Okay? A lot of folks that look like us watch Tubi TV. So she may be tapping into a new audience over there. Okay, I'll say that much. I don't know how it came about that she's fighting over there on Tubi, and I do believe that this is the last fight on her contract, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe that has something to do with why she's fighting on Tubi. I don't know, but it is a new venture. It's a new platform. I don't think, has Tubi ever had boxing? I'm not aware if they have or have not.
I think it's been a while, friend. Because I know it used to be on Bounce.
Oh, really?
Yeah, boxing used to come on Bounce.
Okay. Well, listen. It's free TV. Boxing, it looks like boxing is finding all kind of avenues and outlets to get the product out. Okay, I know a lot of folks that watch Tubi, so hopefully they'll tune in to Alicia when she fights. What you say, friend?
Tubi lives here, and I hate it. Every time Tubi is on in my house, I try to turn that, like, turn the channel, turn the TV off. There's multiple. I hate Tubi because I don't like the movies that be on Tubi. My mama loved Tubi. My mama loved Tubi. I hate Tubi very much.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't watch Tubi. I don't watch Tubi either, but I know a lot of people that do. I know a lot of folks that do. So she might find a target audience over there. I don't know. Ryan Frazier, I see your comment and I like it. He says Alicia should sign with Jake Paul. He's pushing women's boxing. I believe Alicia is still in her contract with Eddie Hearn, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see if we can get some information on that to clear it up for you guys. And her fight is coming up soon, so we'll be talking about it as well.
September the 27th.
Yeah. Her fight's coming up soon. Anyway, I believe, y'all, we are at our hour and 30-minute mark. I see my friend's eyes are getting heavy.
Listen, baby, because listen, when I tell you I just shocked my brain, and my brain then went way, way back to a street that I ain't been on in a while.
Okay, listen. I'm finna do this because I know, friend, please stay up for about 10 minutes.
It's fine. Go ahead, friend.
About 10 minutes. Because it's really hard. Y'all, it's been really hard. I've been sick and trying to
The weeks are long.
The weeks are long. And I know I've been promising a discussion on Supercell. And I see your comments, Shawala, y'all. All of y'all who have watched Supercell, let's just get into it really quickly. If you haven't seen the show, shame on you. But y'all, they have a second season. A second season has officially been greenlit. Rap Man says he has 3 seasons already written in his head. I can't wait to the second season. Y'all, if you haven't watched Supercell, do yourself a favor and binge it this weekend. The show is so unapologetically black. I love it. It's based in the UK, but it's like based in South London, which apparently is where all the black folks live in London. Okay. Baby, it's an excellent show. It shows the hood, it shows the working class. It's just a really good show. The synopsis is it's like X-Men meets what is it like? X-Men and something black. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. It's so good though, y'all. And it's a superhero X-Men kind of collaboration and whatnot. James Benitez came back. He says, "Good night, Queens. What's a good Netflix watch besides Supercell? I recommend Average Joe on Netflix with Dion Cole." Oh, thank you. I've not seen Average Joe. Okay, thank you so much. We really appreciate all your support, James Benitez, this evening. We really do. Thank you so much. Listen, so now they ain't using pocket knives. He using a real big old knife, like a Rambo knife. Anyway, so in London, y'all, the gun laws are way strict, so they don't just be running around with guns. They like to fight, and they be shanking folks with knives and whatnot. Yeah, X-Men meets The Wire. Good one, James. So the Avengers, they all linking up. Okay, so the secret to all of their powers, and this is where the good right, go ahead.
I know, because I watched this. It's sickle cell.
Listen, y'all, I have the trait. So when I tell you I was so intrigued from the jump, it immediately captured my attention when they showed his mom in the clinic with sickle cell. I got a cousin who has the full-blown disease, and it runs in my family on my father's side. I have the trait. So when I saw that, I was completely enamored with the show. And it's so black. y'all, and they don't talk about it enough. And he talks about it when he does podcasts and when he does interviews about it. Sickle cell is not, when I say it's probably one of the blackest diseases you can have, it's so prominently black, it's ridiculous. And that's why you don't hear it being talked about enough. But so these people who have these powers have the sickle cell trait. Basically, their parents had the disease, and so they were passed, instead of passed down the disease, they were passed down this superpower. And so these superpowers come in different forms. You just, somebody may be telepathic, somebody may have super strength, somebody may have super speed. It comes in all different shapes and forms. Anyway, some people can stop time, some people can go to the future. Okay, so the premise of the show, the main character, Michael, I believe is his name, he has a fiance, and he and his girl are about to get married and whatnot. And what happens is these people don't know that they have this superpower until they are under some stress. It comes out in their power comes out when they are stressed. Okay, and so stress happens in their life, and all of a sudden they close their eyes and they open their eyes and they have amber eyes and shit get to popping, right? So this particular guy, the main character, Michael, he has the ability to stop time, and he also has the ability to go to the future. Well, he goes to the future, jumps to the future, and in the future he finds out his fiance is killed. So the whole premise of the show is him trying to prevent the events that he doesn't actually know what's going to happen, but him trying to prevent his fiance from getting killed. And in the process of all of that, he finds out that there are other people around that also have superpowers. Now, all these people are going through different phases in their life. You got a dude that's in a gang. You got a dude that's just recently let out of prison who's trying to get a relationship back with his son. You have Michael, who is a delivery driver, who has a fiance, has a decent job, working, living a great, normal, legal life. Then you have the guy who's a petty drug dealer, but he has the superpower of speed, and so he's the fastest drug dealer, and he gets all kind of money because he's so quick with it. And then you have the one female, the one lady, who is a nurse, but she got a sleaze bucket of a sister who she, is looking after or whatever. Anyway, all these people have to meet up because there is a looming entity over them that actually have put all these things in play. And we as an audience don't know exactly what this entity is. And so that is the premise of the show. Listen, King Grayson, I know it sounds weird. Listen, y'all, it's so freaking good. It's so good. You know what, Shawai? A lot of people said the girl got on his nerves, but had he just told her what was going on, she wouldn't have had so many questions. She would not have had so many questions to ask. I'm like, listen, dude, this is your fiance. You love her. You trust her. Just tell her what's going on so y'all can work the shit out together. But he kept trying to hide stuff from her, and she know him like the back of her hand, so she know he holding out some information, and he just won't tell her. And it's just like, dude, just tell her already. God dog. Anyway, friend, how did you feel about this show?
It's good, friend. For the most that I watched, I like superhero shit. So like when he showed up at the girl door and her eyes like lit up, and he was like, "You like me?" And when everybody started finding that they had a mutual common together, I was like, "Okay, it's pretty decent. I like it.
It's really good, y'all. And I'm not like a sci-fi kind of person. I'm not one of them kind of people at all. But the story minus the superpowers and stuff. It's just a really good story. You know, it have a little thugging in it, but not really. It's not always that. And I love to see a story that's completely told from the Black perspective, and it ain't no wretched ass hood shit all the time. So I love the thoughtfulness of the show, and I like the fact that we see a whole set of Black people across the pond, and we are so freaking similar. It's ridiculous. When I tell you Black folks is the best in the world, when I tell you our roots run deep and shit, and although the slang is different, it ain't. It's really the same. You know how we say ain't? They say in it. I just love the shit, y'all. I just really love it. I love the common ground that Black folks have all around the world. And I don't know, maybe Caucasoids have it too, but I don't know them. I don't know if the Pilgrims have it. I don't know. But we have that. It's just a commonality that Black folks have all around the world. And it just does my heart good. I love their accents. I love, because you can hear them. You still hear the Blackness in the English accent. And I just fucking love it. It's just great. It's just it's a great show, y'all. I can't say it enough. It's a really, really good, interesting show. And I cannot wait to see part 2. We finna get out of here because we tired. Okay? We is tired. My friend about to close her eyes, and I am too.
I'm not. I'm listening to you talk, but I'm, you know me. I get to scrolling. I be watching the videos where they be at like what house you want to live in. That be me. That be me. I just be sitting there watching. I'm just watching, friend. I'm listening to you, participating, because I gave my props due. I love the show, but
It's a
see,
really good show.
I done got into Queen Charlotte, and that's
Have
gonna
you
be
finished?
Baby.
Have you finished the last season of Bridget?
I got one more episode, and don't tell me.
Okay,
Just
and
let
one
me
other
get-
show. It's another show that y'all talk that somebody asked about TV shows. Listen, one of my favorite shows has just returned. I think it started yesterday. I'm finna get off of here and try to watch the first 2 episodes. My homegirl is the star of this show. Her name is Emiyasi Corneldi. It's called Reasonable Doubt. It's on Hulu. This was my girl when I lived in LA, y'all. This was my friend. And so I'm so very proud of her. She is doing her thing on this show. Last season, she had Michael Ealy as her co-star. Well, this season, she has Morris Chestnut. Listen, when I tell y'all we could not have dreamed of this for her, baby. And me. Yes, girl. Yes. Anyway, watch Reasonable Doubt if you didn't watch the first season. Really good show. And they got greenlit for a second season, and it just got started yesterday. So we out of here. We'll see y'all Sunday. See if anything happens over the weekend.
we got a guest on Sunday, y'all. We having Tordell Booker on Sunday.
Okay.
So he'll be here Sunday at 7:30. So y'all show up and show out. Because we've been lining them up. I got it.
And behave.
Every day.
Behave.
Yeah, behave.
And I'll still have my good internet. So anyway, love y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with us. Thank you so much for all the super chats and just the great camaraderie that we have over here in when we on live and whatnot. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much. And we'll see y'all on Sunday. Peace. Thanks, Greg, for coming through. That was fun. Bye, y'all.